brothers and sisters. Welcome back to the channel. This is another message or word from the Most High for His people. In these last days, He's speaking because He wants us to be holy and without blame before Him in love as the time draws near for our gathering. This is the word of the Most High that's been given to me for Israel. I'll begin with a verse, Matthew chapter 21, 12 through 16. Then Yahushua entered the temple courts and drove out all who were buying and selling there. He overturned the tables of the money changers and the seats of those selling doves, and he declared to them, "It is written, my house will be a house called a house of prayer, but you're making it into a den of robbers." The blind and the lame came to him at the temple, and he healed them. But the chief priests and the scribes were indignant when they saw the wonders he performed, and the children shouting in the temple courts, "Hosanna to the Son of David." "Do you hear what these children are saying?" they asked. "Yes," Yahushua answered. "Have you never read, from the mouths of children and infants you have ordained praise?" Hebrews chapter 3 verse 6 says, "But Mashiach as a son over his own house, whose house we are, if we hold fast to the confidence and the rejoicing of the hope firm unto the end." Today in Israel, we have followed in the ways of our captors, these Babylonians and these Egyptians, who hold us in their chains. We are engaged in the making of merchandise. We buy and we sell. We invest and we grant opportunities to get into the deal at the ground level for a fee. We have turned our brothers and sisters into cash registers to be wrung for purchase and for our own benefit. We have turned to the world's ways of relying on YouTube and other social media platforms to earn a living. We advertise and we solicit. We solicit money, support, Patreon patrons, funds, cash apps, super chats, likes, shares, subscriptions, followers, investors, and the like. We have made the house of Yahweh, whose house we are, into a house of merchandise. We have brought the unholy and profane into the temple courts. The places designed for prayer and praise have been taken over by a spirit of capitalism and of commerce. Where is this place? It is none other than the center of our hearts. It is the center of the house of Israel. The Most High Yah has called us to holiness, and we have gone the way of Cain. We have offered unto our Father that which we deem of value, and not what He has requested. We bring wilted vegetables from a cursed ground to our Father when He has requested a living sacrifice, holy, kodesh, and set apart for His use. We are the house of prayer of the Most High, and as such, we must engage in prayer and praise. And as we do what we were created to do, what we are commanded to do, healing comes to our nation. There is no greater activity that we could be engaging in right now than to be seeking the Father's face. In His presence is fullness of joy and provision and health and healing and wealth and restoration. There's everything that we need. When we seek first the kingdom of heaven and Yah's righteousness, when we cleanse the merchandise from our temples, those of us that are lame and halt and blind are able to enter in and truly see our Messiah as He is and be healed. We are to walk in love, and love does no harm to his neighbor. Love does not manipulate, and it does not control. It does not pull on the heartstrings of others to get a gift, financial or otherwise. Love seeks ways to give, not ways to get. Our Messiah is returning, And many of us have forgotten that the second coming of our Messiah is the gathering that has been prophesied in the scriptures for thousands of years. We are to be gathered together unto him. Whether we enter into our land beforehand or not is not really the issue. The issue is that we are finally being gathered together by our Messiah as a mother hen gathers her chicks. After so long a time, we finally inherit the promises. But the scriptures are very clear on who will be gathered. Ephesians chapter 5, verses 1 through 20 reads, Be ye therefore followers of Yah, as dear children. Walk in love, as Mashiach also has loved us, and hath given us himself as an offering and a sacrifice unto Yah for a sweet-smelling savor. But fornication and all uncleanness or covetousness, let it not be named once among you as becometh saints, neither filthiness, nor foolish talking, nor jesting, which are not convenient, but rather giving of thanks. For this ye know, that no whoremonger, nor unclean person, nor covetous man, who is an idolater, hath any inheritance in the kingdom of Mashiach and of Yahuwah. Let no man deceive you with vain words, for because of these things cometh the wrath of Yah upon the children of disobedience. Be not therefore partakers with them, for ye were sometimes darkness, but now ye are light in Adonai. Walk as children of light. For the fruit of the Ruach is in all goodness and righteousness and truth, proving what is acceptable unto Yahuwah. And have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. For it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret. But all things are reproved and are made manifest by light. For whatsoever doth make manifest is light. Wherefore he saith, Awake, thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Messiah shall give thee light. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. Wherefore, be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of Yahuwah is. Be not drunk with wine, where is an excess, but be ye filled with the Ruach, speaking to yourselves in psalms and hymns and spiritual songs, singing and making melody in your heart unto the Most High, giving thanks also and always for all those things unto the Most High and unto the Father, in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach. Messiah is returning for his people. For a physical Israel, yes, but Abraham's DNA is not enough to save us. We must also have a testimony of faith in Yahushua, believing in his personhood, being ascribed his righteousness, being filled with the Ruach HaKodesh, and keeping Yah's commandments. The time is short, and the day of Yahuwah is nigh. If we would judge ourselves, we would not be judged when the Most High's wrath is released. Let us all turn to him with pure hearts undefiled. May we all be counted worthy to escape the things that are coming upon the earth and to stand before the Son of Man. Shalom.